So today, our group will be presenting our statistics project. I'm Najashin with matrix number 231519.
And my name is Zhang Zijian. My matrix number is 23152.
My name is Sean Chong. My matrix number is 231503.
Our topic focuses on analyzing the relationship between screen time and university students' sleep hours. So this is the table of content of our presentation. First of all, I would like to thank our lecturer, Dr. Ansari, for giving us the opportunity to complete this project and also invaluable guidance, encouragement, and continuous support given throughout the duration of this project are appreciated. Besides, our heartfelt thanks goes to our peers for their cooperation and for engaging in thoughtful discussions that improves the overall quality of the project. Now, I will go through the introduction of this project. In the modern digital era, screen usage amongst university students has become a daily norm. Whether it's for studying, entertainment, or staying connected on social media, screens are deeply integrated into our routines. However, excessive screen time, especially before bed, may negatively affect sleep quality and duration. National Sleep Foundation recommends 7 to 9 hours of sleep for young adults. However, with students often spending 8 to 10 hours on screens daily, sleep patterns may be affected. This raises a question for us. Does the amount of screen time have a significant impact on how long university students sleep? So given this context, our study in this project aims to study whether university students who spend more than 4 hours a day on their phones tend to get less than 6 hours of sleep per night. We use a one-side hypothesis test to determine whether increased screen time significantly reduces the number of hours students sleep. Our hypothesis is the average sleep hours of students who had a screen time more than 4 hours per day is greater than or equal to 6 hours. To collect our data, we create a Google form and spread it to students via WhatsApp group. The questionnaire consists of 5 main parts. The first part is to collect data of students' usual screen time each day, and the second part is know how often do students use their phones within 30 minutes before sleep. Next, we collect data of students' usual sleep hours and their overall sleep quality on most nights. In the last part, we are able to determine how often students feel tired during the day despite sleeping. The data collected with Google Form is then transformed into a spreadsheet for analysis. The statistical test used was a one-sample t-test with a one-sided hypothesis. This test was appropriate because it compares the sample mean against a known value, which is 6 hours, without assuming the population standard deviation. The test was conducted to study whether the mean sleep duration of students with more than 4 hours of daily phone use is significantly less than 6 hours.
So now come up with hypothesis result. So the first one will be frequency of phone use within 30 minutes before bedtime, which reflect how often university students use their phone before bedtime. From that, we know that the majority of 51.1% of respondents always use their phone before bedtime. 28.9% of them use their phones often within this time frame, and smaller portion shows that only 11.1% of them use their phones sometime before bedtime. About 7% or 2% show that they rarely or never use their phone before bedtime. All in all, from the data we have collected, a majority of more than 50% of the respondents use their phones shortly before going to bed, which indirectly impact their sleep qualities and sleep time. Next, followed by how university students rate their own sleep quality. From the pie chart, we know that the majority of 41.8% of respondents rate their sleep as average. 36.4% of them reported poor and good sleep quality. As can be seen from the chat, overall respondent rates their sleep to be average or below average, while there are relatively few of the respondents feeling that they are having a very good or very poor sleep quality. but the results that collected stated that many of the respondents does not fully satisfied with their sleep. After that, the pie chart below show the frequency of daytime tiredness despite sleeping amongst university students. The largest segment, which is 45.1% of respondents, reported feeling tired moderately, while 29.7% of respondents experienced very much tiredness during daytime. Only a small percentage of 16.5% felt slightly tired and 7.7% felt extremely tired. On the other hand, the remaining of the respondents reported not feeling tired at all. All in all, most respondents frequently experienced daytime tiredness even though they were having a good sleep time. They might possibly be affected by surrounding factors such as phone notification, too much screen time, study stress, and so on, which lead to poor sleep qualities. As having a good sleep time doesn't mean having a good sleep quality. They are advised to avoid using their phone at least 15 to 30 minutes before bed. Now I'm going to talk about data that we have collected from 90 university students regarding average daily screen time and average daily sleep hours. Let's look at pie chart for average daily screen time. We know that there are 1 respondents exposed to screen less than an hours a day. 2 of them exposed to screen 1 to 2 hours a day. 20 of them exposed to screen for about 3 to 4 hours a day. 29 of them exposed to screen for about 5 to 6 hours, and the rest exposed to screen for more than 6 hours a day. For average daily sleep hours, 3 of them sleep less than 4 hours a day, 33 of them took 4 to 5 hours to sleep, 48 of them sleep for about 6 to 7 hours, while 13 of them around 8 to 9 hours, and the rest of them sleep more than 9 hours. From that, we knew that screen time is actually related to sleep hours. Lower screen time can help to boost longer sleep hours, which means if they are having a shorter screen time, a day can lead them to have a better sleep quality.
Okay, next I will be proceeding with the hypothesis testing. So first we have to determine the null hypothesis, which is the average sleep hours is at least 6 hours, and the alternative hypothesis is average sleep hours is less than 6. The table below shows the way to calculate the FX squared. And then the sample mean, sample variance, and sample standard deviation is calculated for the purpose of calculating the t-value. And then the degree of freedom is calculated, which is 66, and the significance level we use is 5%, which is 0.05. From the t-value table, we can find that the degree of freedom 66 and significance level 5%, the t-value is negative 1.668. Hence, we reject null hypothesis if t is smaller than negative 1.668. Next, from the value we got from before, which is the sample variance, sample mean, and so on, we can calculate the t-value is equals to 0.968. Since the t-value we obtain, which is 0.968, is larger than negative 1.688, hence the null hypothesis is accepted. There is insufficient evidence to conclude that the average sleep hours for respondents with screen time more than 4 hours is less than 6 hours at 5% significance level. So, to conclude, our study found that students who spend more than 4 hours daily on their phones do not significantly sleep less than 6 hours. Although many use phone before bed, and the data shows a trend of poor sleep quality and daytime tiredness among heavy users. Despite the result, we still recommend everyone to reduce the screen time before sleeping to ensure the best sleep quality. Overall, promoting healthier screen habit is important to improve students' sleep and daily functioning. Again, we recommend the students to limit screen use 30 minutes before bedtime, and we should aim for at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep nightly. We should maintain a consistent sleep schedule and also create a restful sleeping environment. That's all. Thank you.